Backwards Moon, Chapter 18. The others were waiting in the little stone house. "Did you get it?" cried Ben. "Yes, but it was awful," moaned Nettle. "Awful!" She squeezed her eyes tight shut, willing herself not to cry, but still the tears leaked out. Toadflax came, this terrible witch, and she said she had the magic to find the door. She said if we didn't come with her, we would never get another chance. She said our fathers were waiting, and it was the only way to find them, said Bracken in a broken voice. She said all our mothers cared about was them, that our mothers would have gone through the door and just left us behind if the fading hadn't gotten them first. Dee patted them both on the shoulders. "Things will be okay," she said awkwardly. "Really, they will." "I'm sure your mothers wouldn't have done that," said Anna. "Don't cry," she said uncomfortably. "Please, don't cry." But they did cry. Dee and Anna and Ben the witch friend and the raccoon all stood around and said kind and comforting things. Ben gave them an oil-stained red bandana to use as a handkerchief, but nothing seemed to help. Still, no one can cry forever. "There now," said Ben, when at last they had stopped. "And you do have the stone," said Dee. "Maybe you can get to the other world anyway, on your own." Bracken looked at her in silence. Then she pulled the stone from her pocket. "I wonder," she said slowly, "I wonder if it's as hard to do as Toadflax told us it was. Because if a secret is hidden in the stone, who would have hidden it?" "Us," said Dee, nodding slowly. Bracken nodded back. "And you wouldn't have made it a hard spell, would you? Because why would you do that, if you wanted another witch to find it?" "We wouldn't," said Dee. "We would have made a simple one." Bracken put her palm on the stone. "Open," she said. And there, deep inside it, was the image of the great oak that grew right outside in the garden. "Can you see?" said Dee, peering into the stone. "Is there anything there?" "It's the oak," said Nettle. "The great big oak in the garden." "But there's no door there," said Dee, frowning. "Is there?" "I think it takes another spell," said Bracken. She put her hand to her forehead. "Are you all right?" asked Dee. "My head hurts," said Bracken. "It hurts more than when I do magic, and my leg aches." The fading, thought Nettle again, but it would not happen to Bracken. It couldn't. Bracken took a breath, then murmured some more, her face pale. Trembling, she passed her hand over the stone. And deep in the stone, words formed themselves out of mist. "Touch the tree and say this spell, and the door shall appear. Enter and welcome seeker." Beneath that, in tiny silver lettering, were the words of a very simple spell. "You did it," said Nettle softly. "Oh, Bracken, you did it!" "The others at home," said Bracken. "We have to take them through the door, too." "But how can we?" asked Nettle. "They'll never make it to the oak before the fading gets them." In her mind, she saw a ragged V of witches falling from the city sky, spiraling down in a flutter of black, turning to glittering dust. "I have woodfolk beads," said Bracken. "If we can fly home, we can wish everybody back here with the beads. We can magic them right to the door, then hurry them through before they fade." "You have woodfolk beads?" said Nettle. She had not noticed them before, but now she felt a stab of longing. "Toadflax gave them to me. She told me they would give me only 3 wishes, but there is 1 wish left." "They're beautiful," Nettle thought for a moment. "You could wish us back, and then give the beads to me. Then I could wish us all to the city with one of my 3 wishes." Bracken shook her head. "You might not get wishes. Toadflax said 3 wishes only, 3 wise wishes. She didn't say you could lend the necklace to other people and just get as many as you want. Magic has rules. You know it does. Still, I might get wishes of my own." Nettle frowned, thinking. "But it does seem like too big a chance to wish ourselves back. It would be awful if we got back to the valley and the necklace wouldn't work because all the wishes were used up." "I have an idea," said Ben the wish friend. "You don't have to fly all the way back, with Bracken not feeling so well. You could ride back with us in the truck. The raccoon and I could take you all the way to the mountains even." "Good idea," said the raccoon, nodding. "Excellent idea."